Hi guys, Mike Pfeiffer. We're going to try and today and build a small Atlas wooden structure in under 12 minutes. It's an Atlas storage facility. I've already built 3 of these units, and I'm going to build one unit and just show you guys that you can build a quality wooden structure in under 12 minutes. Not much of a structure, but let's see what I can do. Okay guys, here we go. Here's the stopwatch. Let's start it up. Okay, here we go. While this isn't while building kits is not a race, I've built 4 of these little buildings, and they are very well done. They're just, you don't really even have to do any trimming on them. They're that easy. Just punch out the pieces. The laser cutting is done real nicely, and I've done this a little bit, but I'm just going to keep on working here. I may not do much talking. See if we can get this thing done. Like I say, I have a little bit of practice. Got to punch out all the little laser cut holes here. For the walls to fit into. And probably lucky for you guys, I won't do much talking here. Actually, this punching these out is really one of the most time-consuming parts of this whole thing. I'm just really amazed that the pieces to this kit are cut so nicely. Really no effort at all in it. Another thing I usually do right away is the roof. Get the roof ready to go so I can stick it right on afterwards. It's got a crease in it to give it a little bit of bend there so that that's done. This piece here has an adhesive back, which is the ribs for the roof. And I peel that off. Looks kind of like a centipede. And you got to make sure you get this on there because all of their stuff sticks. Their adhesive parts stick real well and first time. So you got to kind of make sure you get this right. Okay. Stick that down. Now we can see that we can bend it. Put that aside. And now we start with the walls. Start with this little bitty one first because it's the hardest one to get in. To get the other walls butted up to. And what I do is I put a little bit of Elmer's glue just on the bottom piece and stick it down and move on to the next wall, which I do the second biggest one here. And to speed up my method here, I don't glue the side walls. I only use the white glue on the very bottom just to hold the bases. And once I get 2 pieces together, I hold them in position. And I know that this video is going to probably not allow you to see some of this, but then I just run a dab of super glue or a bead of super glue down that wall and let that dry. Now I'm going to turn around here. We're going to do the second biggest wall. Bead of glue along the bottom. And then I lay the walls down a little bit and rotate them up into the notch or the slot, the notch in the slot. Lets them fit real well. And once again, we're going to go down that seam with a little bit of super glue. I'm actually using an excessive amount of super glue just because I'm too lazy to put a different tip on my gun, or on my bottle rather. Now we got the longest wall. Put a little glue along the bottom just to hold the base to this. Only because I don't want to put super glue along the bottom. For what reason? I don't know. There's no good reason. Just because I don't want to. Lift that wall up into position. Spin it around here where I can hold the corner closed. Put a little super glue down the corner. Give it a shot of accelerant. Now we're going to do this little wall. Put a little dab of glue along the edge so it sticks to the base. Slip it in, rotate it up. Hold the corner closed with my fingers. Glue the inside, and hopefully not my fingers. You guys will notice too, and I'm sure I'll get some comments about this, not painting the building first. I'm a painter after, so I always paint my buildings afterwards. I know it's not the way other guys do it. I mean, if I got something that has a lot of trim or something that needs to be painted first, I may paint it before, but these buildings here are pretty simple, so I don't see any need to paint the pieces first. I'll paint them all after. Not that much painting involved. Besides that, I want to prime the whole thing and kind of seal the wood a little bit. So I put the bottom in, and once again tilted the wall up, holding one corner, put the super glue down the corner, give it a shot, let it sit for just a second, spin it around, hold this corner, super glue down the corner, shot of accelerant, oh, stuck my finger a little bit. Okay, now we got the basic building. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to put the trim pieces on. They're nicely cut on adhesive back paper. I'm going to start with this piece that goes around the door, the entryway. I cut along the top, slice where it's holding it to the paper. Just slice a little bit on the bottom, not all the way through, because then I can tilt this. I tilt the piece of paper towards me, which removes it from the backing. Oops, forgot the top of the doorway. Tilt it towards me. The bottom is now loose, and then if I just, hopefully, it came off. Okay, anyway, peel the backing off, and you'll notice that the two pieces are together. And I don't know if I can get this on the camera. Try. Stick that piece right in there. Once you're satisfied where it goes, give it a little push, and then bend this other trim piece right around the corner. Then I take the hobby knife and push on it both directions, and in the little corner there, get the next piece of trim, pull it off, which actually goes on this inside edge. I just have it adhered to my finger, slip it down in there, push it up against the wall, push it in with my knife, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now we have these ones marked B. They all go along the front edge of the building, the back edge where the roll-up doors are. And I'm going to use the same technique. I'm going to cut along the top, just run my knife along the bottom, start peeling these off. They're all of these particular boards are the same, so you can't mess up. And they're marked B, and they're marked B on the building. Stick it on. Stick it on. If it's a little bit crooked, you can slide these just a fraction before they're really stuck good. And then you give them a nice push, and they're there. And they'll stay there. Now you can see what we wind up with. Do the three on the other side. Yep, got that one a little crooked, so we're going to give it a push. And you can see that I can push that back into shape. One more. As far as the storage compartment dividers. Okay, now we've got the front and the back in between the garage doors. Now we're going to do the corner trims. We got 4 of those. Once again, cut along the edges just to relieve them from from the paper. This is some kind of stiff paper product, and I'm going to start with A1. Pull it off my paper, find my A1, which is right here in this corner. I stick it on one side like that and just bend it around the corner, and it sticks the other way. And they're cut perfectly, so there's none of this trimming or anything. I am just totally blown away how well these things are cut, how well they're laser cut. Now 2's down at this corner. Once again, I'm going to start in one corner, push it down, bend it around the corner. Now we're going to do 3, or corner 3, which happens to be this one. I'm going to stick it flat, bend it around the corner. Remarkably easy, remarkably easy. If you haven't tried a wood kit, even though these are discontinued, I don't know if the other Atlas kits are as easy, but I can say that if they are, this is a dream to put together. Okay, now we've got our basic building and all of our corner trim on. Now all that's left is to stick the roof on. Give it a little bit of bend. It doesn't need much bend. And there's tabs. Got a little flash right there. There's little tabs that fit in some holes to make sure your walls are straight. And what I do is I hold one side of the roof over, take my super glue, run a dab of super glue around that side, give it a shot of accelerant, make sure I'm holding it flat down against the top of the building so that it seals nicely. Give it just a second, go around the other side, pinch it down, make sure it's making good contact, go right around the edge of the building, a shot of accelerant, hold firmly, let go, and in under 12 minutes, we've completed a wooden structure. Now I've got 4 of these done, and now all it requires is a little bit of painting. Here's what they look like. I know the lighting's kind of bad in here tonight, but that's what you got. And I have 2 of them out on the layout. Tomorrow I'll prime them, and then I'll paint them, and they'll be ready to make an entire storage facility. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Well, guys, there you have it. Building a laser cut wood kit in under 12 minutes. Not much of a kit, but it just shows you that with the right quality of kit, and you can get some really nice results and relatively fast. Although, like I said, I did get a little bit of practice to begin with. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was kind of entertaining. Everything's not a race, but just wanted to see if I could do it. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.